Okay, BG women's soccer coach Andy Richards after a Thursday's 5-2 loss, a game that really wasn't as lopsided as 5-2 might make it sound. But first off, coach, can you just give us your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, it was a kind of a weird game. You just said it. It wasn't as lopsided as it sounded. We knew we had to win, so not in chronological order, but when we went 3-2 down, we knew we had to try and throw everything forward to try and get the tie and maybe take it to overtime. And of course, that left us exposed at the back. We went three defenders at the back, and so their fourth and fifth goals were very much a product of that. But I'd rather lose 5-2 trying to win than 3-2 just sitting in. I don't see the point in doing that. So that was a tactical decision, but that's how the game went. But prior to that, they'd done really well. It was really disappointing to let the first goal in 12 seconds to go in the first half. I felt we should have done a lot better with that. But in some ways, that stirred us because it meant that we had to really go forward and we changed our formation, and that really gave us some life. We scored a penalty kick. Van der Brink did a great job of getting it behind them and got clattered by two Miami defenders. Katie did a great job of scoring the penalty, and then I think about 3 or 4 minutes later, Jackie got to goal to put us in the lead. So that really stirred us. You know, we were playing well. We had all the momentum, and then of course, they're going to react to that. They get a penalty kick, which Alexa saves. Then they have a one-on-one. I think Lund was in, and Alexa saves that. So I'm thinking maybe we're just going to hang on, and it is going to be our day. But I really felt at that point that we needed to get a third because they're so strong going forward that a one-goal lead with 15 minutes isn't really going to be enough. And I wanted us to get that third goal, and unfortunately it didn't come, and that's when the game really changed.
You mentioned Alexa, the penalty kick. You know, that's another kind of a strange. I mean, it's a 5-2 scoreline, but Alexa, it seemed from the press box, at least played really well,
She had
made
a
some big
phenomenal
saves.
game. I mean, I feel bad for her letting 5 in on the last collegiate game, but as I just said to her outside the locker room there, that final collegiate game he saved a penalty kick, and you know that's got to be something you'll remember. And she played well and has always played well for us. I don't think she deserved to have that stat against her. You know, she did have a tremendous game and saved us even in the first half at 0-0. She made a couple of really good saves. So she had a good one for us, and she didn't deserve that. But it was a strange game, but it was because of the nature of the game that we had to win, and they're going to react, and we changed formation a couple of times. You're going to have oddities like that, especially against a team who's good going forward.
Alexa is one of your 4 seniors, and really it seemed like your whole senior class all had pretty good games today. As you mentioned,
Yeah.
Katie and Jackie got the goals, and then Alicia Almond in the back. If you just talk about them, not necessarily just today, but their 4 years,
No,
5 years.
they did well today. Obviously, I mean, it was nice to see Jackie get a goal, and they did what they always do. They work hard, they persevere, they never give up. They give you quality. They give everything that they possibly have, and that's who they are as people, away from the soccer field as well. So I said to the team at the end, you know, I thanked the 4 seniors for what they have done over their time here, and I wanted the rest of the group to recognise what the legacy that they're leaving behind. They've always been hard-working, they've always been 100%, and that's the stamp that they've left on the programme, so it's up to the younger players to carry that on through their time here.
And I know you're not one to make excuses, but I mean the fact of the matter is you had a very young team this year, 12 freshmen, 3, just off the top of my head, 3 kids who most likely would have started injured either before the season or early in the season. I mean, I know your season just ended, but it would seem like you've got a lot of positives as you once you get into the spring and then looking forward to next fall.
You're right. We lost Leah Johnson on the very first day of pre-season, and that when that happened, I'm thinking, oh, I hope this isn't the first of many bad experiences, and unfortunately it turned out to be. But we really missed her. She's a great player and a good link player for us. And then 2 freshmen who I think would have started for us. And then even at the end of the season, Tracy Togba breaking her wrist, and she misses the last 3 games. So everybody gets injuries, and we're not making excuses, but I do know that was a factor. It wasn't the only thing. We had a really tough schedule this year. We never really seemed to get past that. We just didn't seem to get luck. I mean, it's funny, I was just talking the other day that we haven't had a penalty kick in 2 years, and of course we get one today, but then it's cancelled out by one the other end, which I thought was a little harsh. I thought the ball hit her, but, you know, there you go. It didn't go in, so that was kind of a moot point anyway. But there's a lot of factors, but we do have a good team. I'm really surprised that we've struggled this year because I think there's some good players. We've lost some really tight games. Nobody's really taken us apart, even though we've played some tremendous teams this year. So yes, of course, there's positives. That's just the way I look at things. There's always a silver lining to everything, and we'll take some time off, and then we'll have to get back to it and try and prepare for next season.
All right, sir. Anything else that maybe I think you pretty much touched upon it there?
I really want to thank the four seniors. They really have done a tremendous job for this program, and we really will miss them, not just as soccer players, but as personalities. They've put their heart and soul into it. And of course, it's sad to see them finish and to be emotional about it. So that's sad, but they've done a phenomenal job, and I really will miss all of them.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mike.